Be good, I'm trying to make a video. Hey folks, Michael McGee here. In today's video, we are going to the sportsman's dinner. Last year, if you remember, we took a possum wrapped in wild hog bacon. Today, this time, we're taking a piquant. It is a really good, some people call it like a soup or something, but it's not. You start with a roux. You take your butter, you get it melted down, you throw flour in on it, stir that up. You're gonna dump in all of your bell pepper, your onion, and your celery. And you're gonna cook those down until they're medium soft. Then you're gonna start adding other stuff because it's gonna have swamp rabbit from Alabama, and it's gonna have wild hog from Tennessee. So let's get this thing rolling. A bad boy.
Nothing, Dave, nothing.
Trying to run out and leave me.
Hey,
look, we're trying to work, Sean.
I'm trying to walk around one.
Look here, look.
Yeah, buddy.
You think that's enough?
No, it ain't.
You just trying to be ornery.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you are. You're going to have to act right, son. You're going to have to just act a little bit normal, son.
I'm ready to wugga.
Oh.
Ready to.
He's on the leave. That's all. That's like every video, Frank trying to leave. Unreal.
I got to go, son.
Why?
Work to do.
Work to do. It's snowy outside. There ain't nothing but about 5 inches of snow laying everywhere.
Yeah, but see, I gotta get my mind to get a little wood in the house.
You don't even have wood in your house. You don't have a wood stove.
No. I don't know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta do.
I don't know what I gotta do.
Say,
Oh, I don't know.
ooh, we coffee time.
Uh-huh. He ain't talking about his old lady either.
Nope.
This here butter, I'm using 4 sticks. I've never used that much before, but I want to make a pretty good pile, and I want it to taste good. Unsalted butter can come to a higher heat before it starts burning or smoking. So I use unsalted butter. There's going to be plenty of salt. I can add all the salt I want. Boys and girls, I've got a piquant video out that is a whole lot better than I could ever make this one. So I'm just going to put a link to that video in the channel. It's just one I was feeling all quirky and I made kind of a funny piquant video. But this one, I'm gonna dedicate most of this video to the event, to the sportsman's dinner. So if you want to know how to make piquant, look at the video that's down in the comments. But for now, I'm just going to get to work cooking this, and I'll see you at the sportsman's dinner, if we can make it, because there's snow everywhere. Guys, it's almost time to leave to go to the sportsman's dinner. I decided we'd just go ahead and do a little taste test with our own right here, because you know how it is. When we get there and we see everybody's good food, we might not get our own. That's just the way it is at potluck type feasts. Oh, run and get 2 more spoons. While he's getting spoons, we'll talk about camp dog seasoning. I'm going to be there at the sportsman dinner repping the Camp Dog, baby. If you're interested in Camp Dog seasoning, drop down the head of the comments. I'll pin a link, and you can get it 20% off by just using the promo code McGee. So you're going to be representing Camp Dog at the sportsman's dinner, so we're excited about that. Boys, get yourself a spoon. We're going to try this out. I got me a piece of rabbit backstrap. Tender, flavorful. If you remember, on the previous video, you saw me down in Alabama where we got these rabbits, and Mr. Longbow Banjo made the same thing basically, except he had goose and rabbit and sausage instead of what we have. We have rabbit and wild hog and smoked wild hog sausage. What do you boys think?
Good. Good.
Very good, huh? You think people will like it? I think people will love it. So, I say let's get over there to that sportsman's dinner and see what's going on. There's the main man. What you got here? Looks like frog legs to me. That's a bunch of them. We made it. I can't believe we made it on time. The road wasn't icy, and there is a crowd like you wouldn't believe here. So now I'm starting to feel like I didn't cook too much. I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm gonna get this coat off so I can represent Camp Dog, and I'm gonna get in here and get me some grub. Let's see what all's in here. He said there's possum, raccoon, frog legs, all kinds of stuff. I know my own friends brought quite a bit of that stuff. Let's get in here and see what we can find. Excuse me, sir, I'm sorry.
No, that's where I
can do it. You can do it.
No. Did you get those? Oh.
Did you trap that?
Roadkill, brother.
Roadkill?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here with our special guest today, David Morris. I know him mostly because of Bucks of Tecumseh. I don't read the magazine, you know, the North American Webtail, a whole lot, but I definitely watched that. Boy, you've killed some big old bucks. Nice.
Well, you have to hunt with arson people.
Just come in and make sure that he can hear. It's pretty loud. Yeah, you got to have them to kill
You
them.
got to have them. I've tried hunting where there's not any and hadn't had much luck.
Do you do quite a few of these things around the country?
I do. Yeah.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Exciting.
How was the food?
It was very good.
Very good.
Yeah, the alligator was especially good. Those nuggets,
Yeah, he was here last year with that alligator.
That was
Boy,
good.
oh
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
I was hoping he would make it again. This guy's going to be speaking later on, so stay tuned because I'm sure you'll enjoy what he's got to say. I'm sitting here with some people that did not know me this time last year at this event, and here they are. And you recognize me somehow. I guess I'm a pretty face. But they had moved to this area since last year, and so it is such an honor to get to meet April and Tommy. Yeah, they've already gone through the line and got some food. Was it good?
It was very good.
Very good.
Yes.
We tried almost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're new to this whole thing.
Right.
So we haven't tried any of these things before.
Really?
Alligator was my favorite so far. I think my most adventurous was the Rocky Mountain Oysters.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah, very
no
good.
complaints.
The guy that cooked them is a personal friend of mine.
Really?
He's been on the channel a few times. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Was it pig or sheep?
Cow. It was
It
beef.
was cow. Oh, okay. All right.
Yep. He sent me a picture of them raw. As soon as he got them ready to go, said, "Here's what's cooking."
Yeah, we're very impressed so far. Yours was the rabbit wings.
Yeah, that was my favorite. It's fun.
Yeah.
Our first dinner like this ever.
Did you move from out of state?
New Hampshire.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Way up
Did
north.
you? Yeah.
You like it down here better?
Oh yeah. We're never leaving. Lord willing.
Yeah.
Great people, just wonderful communities. It's the way it should be.
Yeah.
And just wanted to say, like, your channel and other channels like yours have really inspired and encouraged people to like take that jump into doing, not maybe full like war homesteading, but at least not be afraid to it and just kind of encourage them.
Thank you.
The first video I ever found you on was the one where you planted corn, trucker's corn, because I typed in how to grow corn in Tennessee or something like that. Because before we moved here, and I was like, oh, and then I just went after another.
Yeah. I'll give you a card, just kind of, I guess, for a souvenir if you want. I have these made all of
Awesome.
those.
Awesome.
You get people to see you a lot now, or
Yeah, I start running into a few people here and there. It's fun,
I bet.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And you're like the famous one from Tennessee. Because you have all these ones from North Carolina, that whole crew, but you probably have it all kind of, you got the whole state to yourself. Other than what's
Well, he's heard like all the stuff, like the animals and things that do on the land, and like wild animals and stuff, things I never even, like the possum, the turtles, and you know, that stuff I never even thought of.
Yeah, evidently they heard the food was good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, people ran up in lines.
Yeah. All right, well.
$450 from thanks to the fine folks at Paul's Outdoor Sports. April Macero.
Whoa, way to go, April.
Started a double on here. How much maybe we would have had to move it out.
Up next is mountain oysters. Oh my goodness, they are so good. My buddy Owen cooked those. I gotta have some mountain oysters. Thank you. I may have to come back. Is that turtle?
Yeah, turtle soup.
Okay. Thank you. Elk meatball, thank you. Yes, I'd like some catfish, please.
There you go.
Did you catch that? You caught it? No? What we got here?
Gator nuggets.
Oh, gator nuggets. Looks like you're about out of a job.
Yep, I just about am.
I would like to have some jambalaya. Thank you. Alligator. Thank you.
Salmon?
I'm going to go for the Bodan. It took me a while to learn how to say that right. What we got here?
Well, there's most of the rabbit meat's gone out of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I brought that rabbit down there, so I'll be all right.
I just want to know if a pig eats a rabbit before you made this stew.
No, they were one state apart.
So what's a swamp rabbit? A rat?
Huge rabbit.
A rat?
No.
They had me convinced it was a rat.
No, you look it up. It's a lot bigger than our rabbits. They're like
Where are they?
Alabama.
Okay.
I shot them last Saturday.
Thank you for bringing it.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be on YouTube. You will too if you want to be.
Oh, hey.
Thank you.
Swamp rabbit?
Let's go eat. I gotta give me some alligator.
Gotta get some alligator.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Thank you. That looks like them bones are picked down pretty clean.
It is. They cleaned me out last year.
Yeah.
I thought this is bigger, but I believe they're gonna pick it out too.
Yeah. Did you wrestle this one?
I did. I got a harpoon out of the harpoon. Pulled it in and shot it with a bang stick.
A what?
A bang stick.
A bang stick, yeah.
You can't shoot with a rifle down there.
You can. Oh,
No, they won't let you shoot with a rifle. You have to use a bang stick.
yeah. I've
Bump
seen
it in
them.
the head.
Yeah. Is this the real
Oh,
head?
I got the real mountain barn there.
Okay.
So I brought a different head.
Yeah. Thank you, Philip. All these boys around here eating up. Hello, sir. That'd be Chase. That'd be Caleb. Caleb, show me your shirt. Camp dog. Yes, sir. Show me your shirt, Dave. Oh, camp dog. Yep. Are you wearing yours? Yes, sir. Camp dog. All right, we're going to try this stuff. Catfish. Somebody did a good job on that. Frog legs. You can't beat frog legs. Alligator. The alligator was smoked. Turtle soup. I've never seen turtle meatballs before. Good. Very good. Bodan.
Tracy's 100%. She's not just producing wild.
Green beans.
So it's good to wait.
Mountain oysters. Everybody loves mountain oysters.
Yeah, somebody like David Morris he's special.
Best thing here.
His expertise as it relates to
Best thing here, mountain oyster. Here in a little bit, David is going to be speaking up there. He's famous. I'm just a little man on the totem pole, but he is actually famous. He got huge television show, Bucks. Check him on it.
Big buck came up on him and woke him up, and he shot and killed him. It was a golden crockett deer. It was an outdoor life. And I remember reading that, and I thought, he said he was sitting under a white oak tree. So I went out to our farm that we lived on in South Alabama, and I found me a white oak tree. And I would sit under that white oak tree and think, it was a tree just like this. There was a deer that came up near it, just like this. Just a tree just like this. I mean, it was just fascinating to me that somebody had actually seen a deer and killed a big one like that. And yet, well, and when I was a sophomore in high school, the Game and Fish stopped deer in Geneva County. This is in southeast Alabama. It's where we lived, had a farm there, grew up on. They turned loose 4 does and 1 big buck. Not big, he was big to us. He had antlers, I mean it was big. But bugs killed the buck before he crossed the river. And he hadn't even got 100 yards from the release trap when bugs had killed him. He saw him swimming the river, went over and grabbed him by the antlers and drowned him and pulled him over the boat. Brought him back up and gave him back to the Game and Fish there. So we started kind of slow with our restocking program there. But by the time I was a senior in high school, they opened the hunting season in that county, not because we had deer, but to keep us from poaching deer if we did have them. And so they opened season, and I hunted all season long. I'd get up before school every morning, and I would go hunting. And I wasn't hunting for deer. I never expected to see a deer. I was hunting for tracks. I just hunted. I just walked around looking just to see if I see a track. And I'll never forget the first one I saw. It had rained the night before, and there was a clear deer track. And I stood there just in awe that there had been a deer right here. The deer was right here. I was just amazed that that could possibly be the case on our farm. I didn't kill a deer until I was a sophomore or freshman. I say that because I met this young lady right here, 50, after a long time ago. We've been married 52 years, so that helps, and it's been a long time ago. So, when I first met her, she said she was from Jackson, Alabama, which it just so happened that my high school football coach had left Geneva and gone to Jackson, and he had sent word back, they've got deer over there. It's on the other side of the state from us. It's on the Tom Dickey River. And he sent word, there's a lot of deer over here. And when I found out she was from Jackson, I said, you got deer? Do you have any place I might go hunting or anything? Well, she to this day thinks I married her because her uncle was a big deer hunter, and he took me deer hunting. And it did have something to do with it in the early years, but I'll keep it alive. So I went over there, and just to my great astonishment, we saw deer driving in to go deer hunting. And I mean, I was ready to stop and start shooting out the window side of the road. Got down there, I had a chance to shoot a deer about 150 yards from me, and I was so excited. I had a 222 I used to shoot crows with on our farm. I was so excited when I saw that deer. I shot without even aiming and hit about halfway to him, and he ran off. And that was a lesson I never forgot. If you're going to hit a deer, you got to aim at him and be precise about your bullet placement. Because I just threw it out that way. I was hoping that the 222 was strong enough, and I just pointed in his direction. I get him.
Your turn.
You'll never hear this repeated, but he is a terrible shot. And so we always worry about Jeff when he's shooting. He's not a terrible shot. I take it back. He just gets buck fever. He made some terrible shots. I saw him miss the same deer standing in the same spot 3 mornings in a row, standing in the same spot. He shot behind him, under him, and to the left. I said, Jeff, if we can hunt him 2 more times, we're going to shoot over him next time. And then I think he got him trying, and he's going to get him at the field trying. So anyway, Jeff wanted to shoot a really big deer. And we had a buck on Tecumseh Ranch called Oysters 13, with an old buck, a big 13-pointer. We we was as big as the ocean, we called him Ocean 13. So we told Jeff, we're going to go after Ocean 13, but the problem was, he had disappeared for a month. We didn't have him on any cameras, we didn't know where he was. This is a big ranch, it was 5,000 something acres. And so, we didn't know where he was. And the day before Jeff got there, and it could have been the morning that he got there, he showed back up on camera again where he had been previously. So we said, we're going after him right off. We're going to go right to Ocean 13 and try to get him. And we want you to shoot this 300 Ultra Mag because it's got a great big scope on it. It's very heavy and it stabilizes. It was like a 12-pound gun, long range rifle. And it's so heavy that even Jeff can't jerk it when he gets excited to it. So we took that rifle in there, and sure enough, everything worked out perfect. Now he was hunting with my partner, Gary Schwartz, also another ranch guy and someone else. And so this buck comes in about an hour before dark. It's perfect. He comes in, everything's perfect. It's in a big grass field there where we came into. And he comes in and Gary said, "That's him, Jeff, shoot." When Jeff gets above fever, he knows he gets above fever, so he won't look at a deer he's going to shoot because he's ready to shoot. He sits there like this with his hand on his head. And when it comes time to shoot, he'll come up, put the gun on, still won't look at anything happen. And then at the last minute, he'll get on and shoot. He has an affinity to shoot the head. He's shot multiple deer in the head when he's shooting the shoulder, but I think it's because that's what he sees. He looks at it and he sees that rack, so he shoots the head. Anyway, this deer comes in and Jeff shoots, and when Jeff shoots, the deer just drops like a rock. He just disappears, just bam, down he goes. And everybody's excited, and shaking hands, and Jeff, we're all excited because he got him. He's a big deer, but Jeff got him. So Gary and Jeff walk out there with a cameraman. They walk up to the deer laying in the grass. I see him laying in the grass. And Gary looks at him and says, "Jeff, you shot a doe." And Jeff said, "No, I didn't. I shot at Ocean 13. And Gary says, "Well, you shot a doe. There's laying right there. There ain't no horns on it." And so Gary walks around a little bit to the left trying to see what's going on here. And he steps on something. He reaches down and he pulls up and it's an antler. And Gary looks at this antler completely bewildered and says, "This is off Ocean 13. It must be from last year." And he says, "No, it's fresh." And they bend over and Gary's hit the deer right back of the head, hitting him right here, and blew him in his forehead, and it blew his antlers off. So we now have a deer that can be as wide as you want him to be. I think about the times that we're in today. We're living in a time where you're almost forced to make a decision on what side you're on. And I can name Republican, Democrat, I can name vax, anti-vax. There's so many sides. You name them, there's lots of them nowadays. But more and more, it's starting to look like it's God and anti-God. I'm just telling you, it is. If you test it, you'll find that the common denominator more and more is pro-God and anti-God. And it's forcing people to make decisions. There are a lot of people that when I started saying, when I grew up, you couldn't tell the Christians from the non-Christians, to be honest with you. Because they all kind of lived by the same Judeo-Christian principles. And, they were good people, they were nice people. I mean, they kind of all patriotic, thought the same things, you couldn't tell the Christians from non-Christians, so there was not a lot of pressure to choose sides, so to speak, to really commit to Christ and follow Him. And I was one of those people that during that time, growing up, when I was 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, I went to church. I knew who Jesus was. I believed in Jesus. And I actually knew that Jesus was calling me. The Bible says no one comes to Jesus except those called by the Father. The Father was calling me to make a commitment to Jesus Christ and give my life to Him. And I resisted it. I consciously resisted it. Why? Because I was afraid. I wanted to hunt and fish around the world. And I was afraid that if I committed to Christ, that'd be the end of my hunting and fishing. And I'd have to be a missionary and do this, that, and the other. And I wouldn't be able to live the life I wanted to live. And I consciously made the God, I hear you calling me. I feel you calling me. But I'll catch you later. I've got things I want to do. Once I get those things done, I'll catch up with you and we'll get squared away. And I thought those thoughts. And not only did I think those thoughts, I did that. I put God off, and I put God off, and I put God off. The day before Christmas in 1983, the Sunday before Christmas in 1983, I got up one morning and I had largely fulfilled my dreams. I'd been to Africa a couple of times. I had trophies on the wall, and I had North American whitetail, and I was hunting big whitetails all over the country. And I went to my trophy room and I looked up on the wall of my trophy room. The girls had gotten up. It was Sunday morning, and they hadn't gotten up yet. I have 3 daughters, Debbie and I do. And they were still sleeping. I went down to my trophy room and I looked around, and God had been working on me. Debbie had been working on me. God had been working on me through Debbie. And I literally that morning standing in that trophy room looking around, I said, I know God, this is not all there is. You have more for me. And I fell on my knees that morning by myself in that trophy room and asked Jesus to be the Lord of my life, my Savior, my Lord. And I literally expected to have to become a missionary to like Colombia or somewhere like that. And I waited to see what was going to happen. And what I should have known, God's plans are bigger than my own. My love of the outdoors, God gave me that love of the outdoors. He gave that to me. That's a passion He gave me. And He expanded my horizons far beyond anything I could ever imagine. Like being here on this stage tonight. I never imagined that. That's God did that. I mean, I never imagined, I couldn't have imagined it. It was beyond anything I could have dreamed. But I gave my life to Jesus. And that became my greatest adventure, serving Jesus Christ. And, I can't tell you, 40-something, nearly 40 years later, I am more convinced that it's the greatest decision that a person can make in this lifetime. The day's going to come that we're all going, this life's going to be in. And the greatest decision, the most important thing, the greatest measure of success in this life is what you did with Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, it is. It's the greatest judge of success is did you give your life to Jesus.
All right, we got done here. Everybody ate, and I mean, we had hundreds of people. Everybody got all they wanted to eat, and we're full. I've still got about that much left here. We'll be taking it back home and eating it. That's all we've got for you on today's video. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.